significant news story over the past week has gotten virtually zero coverage, and that is the peace accord between Saudi Arabia and Iran. These two countries are sworn enemies. This is Sunni and Shiite Muslim. They're the two biggest players in the region, and they hate each other. But now they have an agreement for peace. And just as significant as the peace accord itself is who brokered it: China. That's right. China was able to achieve peace in the Middle East. China is seen now on the international stage as the adult in the room. But wait, there's more. The other important part about this is there has been rumors and ongoing conversations from Saudi Arabia about settling their oil trades in the yuan, China's currency, replacing the dollar. So the dollar's global reserve currency status would be thrown in serious question if the Saudis began transacting their settlements in yuan. On top of that, there are other rumors about Saudi Arabia and Iran joining the BRICS nation alliance, which is Brazil, Russia, India, and China, okay? If Saudi Arabia and Iran were to join the BRICS alliance, that would mean all of the major oil-producing countries in the world would be part of that alliance. They would also have about half of the global population. There isn't much need for the US in that system. There is a new table being built before our eyes, and the United States does not have a seat at it.
To buy from African industry, you say, no, we'd rather go to China. And then guess what? The Chinese will make all the products you want. Every single thing you want. By the way, everything here is made in Kenya. Everything is made in Kenya. Down to the suit I'm wearing. The Chinese will make anything you want. Any single thing you want. Down to your roads. Down to your hospitals. Down to the schools that you will take your children to be educated in. And then they will say you have to teach your children Mandarin as part of your loan agreement. Oh, Africa. And after they have built the infrastructure in your country, why do you think they build the infrastructure? Chinese are not stupid. So they're building this infrastructure so that they can take out, not bring in, take out of the continent. And once they've taken out, they tell you, well, you know what? You did not pay for the loan. So now, guess what? We're taking your land. We now own your land. That's what they do. So this is neo-colonialism happening right in front of our eyes. No African leader is speaking about the neo-colonialism and the fact that we are being bought out of our own.
The Russian President Vladimir Putin has arrived in South Africa for the 10th BRICS summit happening in Johannesburg, Sandton. He is one of 5 heads of states that have arrived. The Brazil president, the Indian president, and they're all here to, well, I guess, work on the economies. It's a grouping of emerging economies. And remember, this year's theme is BRICS in Africa, so a strong African link.
Наша страна твердо настроена и далее выстраивать с африканскими друзьями в полном смысле этого слова стратегическое партнерство. При этом Россия списала задолженность африканским государствам на сумму более 20 миллиардов долларов.
Russia has written off more than $20 billion in debt accumulated by African countries during the Soviet era. The announcement was made by Russian President Vladimir Putin on Wednesday. In a statement, Putin said it was not only an act of generosity, but also a manifestation of pragmatism because many of the African states were not able to pay interest on these loans. This comes at a time when Somalia is working towards securing debt relief. While addressing the Russia-Africa Forum in Sochi, Putin called for trade between Russia and African countries to be doubled in the next 4 to 5 years. Putin also said that Russia intends to increase its presence in Africa at the state level.